yards. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Burrow on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Burrow's pass. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 7-yard line. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. James White, the ball carrier. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A gain of 14. First down, Patriots. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially just got to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
That's a little bit of humor. They laughed that one off, and not the that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
First down. Here's Burrow. Being chased out left. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Following the sack, they're trying to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good old steam going.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Stopped him in his tracks. And again with Michel on the ground. Past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Michel, they toss it out right to him. And it's a room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
When they came into this game saying it was important, they set the tone and showed that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, here's White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They will run with White out of the shotgun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. It's White! And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Patriots.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Patriots 7, Bengals nothing.
Trying to count it in here with Michelle. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they had it at the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the run. And they will run it with Michelle. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sonny Michelle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Because not much is perfect in football, but as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche really behind the 8-ball?
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So will it be too snarky for me to say that they should improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers, and now they punted it away, so this didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
I'm going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Mean to me, I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. How about Patrick Chung from the safety spot? Always a big hitter. He gets in there to make the play. On second down, Burrow. Open man throws complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A 2-yard loss. A 13-yard gain brings up third in the yard.
They get the Mixon to try to pick it up. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time of the Cincinnati first down.
For the Cincinnati Bengals.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of the legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, microcosm really how they can hurt you. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the
First carry for Javon Burrow. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. 2 minutes to play, first half, and it's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up to the score, Brandon, and guess what? I think it's going to continue right now and get on field goal.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can really get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They got up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up the first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
makes the score Patriots 14.
So 3 drives left for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, you're averaging a point to drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. But what do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting. You're trying to add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Giving it out with himself. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Newton. And in inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As time expires in the first half, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we reach halftime, and it's been a fairly one-sided game so far. This taken in about 4 yards deep. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on the point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now White. White's got a first down and more. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 40 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when you get a result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about all your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And this will be taken at the 13. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So first and 10, and if they score on this time, they have to start digging in for second and ground material. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now a carry for White. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Here's White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain game, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 of the 11. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They're handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
You're calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Down Michelle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down. Point fake to Michelle, now Newton. That's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop it a couple of yards short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. We're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the rook. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. They just continue to roll. And Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And now loses the football. I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. They fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Two-shot cross. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals trying, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. On the ground is Michelle. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, New England.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is unreal. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
They're running 25 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and we knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running plan that pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up
On second down, here's Burrow. And this time will be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Again, it's Michelle. And brought down the night before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
and it's third down.
On third down, Michelle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The kick
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 60 offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continue to feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.